right. Thank you very much for joining us this morning. Of course, it is Monday morning. It is a beautiful August morning, and we are happy to be with you. We're happy you chose Sunrise. It's now time for another Law and Order JA. It's brought to you by the Ministry of Justice. The question presented today reads, I went to court because I've been part of a partner for about a year now. It was my time to receive my partner draw of $50,000, and on collection, it was short by $20,000. The banker asked for some time to pay it. It has been 3 months, and there is no word from the banker. I took the matter to court, and they assigned me to the Petty Sessions Court and indicated that 2 justices of the peace will oversee the matter. Can I really get justice if the JPs are managing the matter and not a judge?
Well, quite an interesting one there. We have our very special guest here from the Ministry of Justice. She is the acting manager of the JP and Notary Public Services in the Ministry of Justice, Phyllis Buchanan, and she's here to shed some light and some clarity. So good morning to you, ma'am.
Morning, ma'am. How are you?
Welcome to Sunrise. How are you?
Thank you so much. It's good to be here with you this morning. It's a difference from being in the home, in the living room, and to be in studio with you. It's my esteemed pleasure.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Always to have you as well. So let's start with the question presented first, and then we can segue into, you know, JPs and who can apply.
Right.
So based on what this viewer has sent in, what's your
Prognosis,
summation.
Okay, all right. So the question is whether or not the person can get justice with 2 justices of the peace presiding. But of course, because over the years, justices of the peace have been sitting in petty session courts. They're actually rostered by the custos of their parish to sit on the matters. As to what matter goes before the petty session now, it's really the judge that decides that. And if persons are concerned whether or not they will get justice, you know, the justices don't sit alone. There's always a clerk of courts that give guidance.
Right.
And justices who sit in the petty sessions, they are trained for that purpose. So you're not just any justice of the peace who's grabbed for that. There are specific justices who do that sort of a thing.
You're so correct. They're all trained for that purpose.
All right, so having a justice of the peace oversee or adjudicate a matter does not take away from you getting justice.
Not at all.
Very well. And as we're talking about justice of the peace, so that answers your question. So you can get back your money if possible. But you know, partner is a it's a problem. It's a problem. You have to know.
It works out well for many people, but it can be problematic, yes.
But let me just ask you though, Ms. Buchanan, because from time immemorial, we've heard of JPs. Get a JP for sign the passport picture, get a JP for sign your visa application. Justice of the peace, who qualifies or who can apply to become a justice of the peace?
Very good question, I like that. For Jamaicans need to know that any Jamaican at least 23 years of age, while you are living in Jamaica, working in Jamaica, you are a community-oriented person, because you know it's voluntary service. So persons have to be prepared to serve. So one of the things that the Act says, which some persons probably question, but it says that you must be of unquestionable integrity. That means the integrity of a person should not come into question. So they want to make sure that these persons are persons who live within the law, good law-abiding citizens who work in their communities can become a justice of the peace. You can become one. Mr. Dennis can become one. Just about anyone who is willing to serve can become a justice of the peace. And let me emphasize that you must be a Jamaican citizen, residing in Jamaica.
And I asked it too, and I love this interview because it's very timely as we are in the Independence weekend celebration, you know, and a lot of us, we want Jamaica to be better, but some people just want to stay on the sidelines. And I believe that you have to get some skin in the game, and as I often say, be the blessing that you want to see. And if you want a better Jamaica, let's be the Jamaican that we want to see. So what are the prerequisites though? So I'm a Jamaican, I am a law-abiding citizen, my integrity is high, you know, and now what do I do next?
All right, so to apply to become a justice of the peace, it's very simple. The Ministry of Justice has the application forms on our website, and the website is moj.gov.gm. jp.gov.jm. So persons can even go to the website and download the application form, or they can apply to the custos. You do know that there's a custos appointed in each parish
Right.
to whom the JPs report. So the custos would receive the application. The application consists of a single form that is completed that asks quite a number of questions that are simple and basic. Persons provide 2 recommendations. The recommendations can come from either Justice of the Peace, a senior police officer, or a minister of religion. And then 2 passport size pictures, which also to be certified by Justice of the Peace.
There we go. Get the JP on the side.
Yes.
Yes, right.
Quite so.
So that shows how important JPs are.
Yes, good morning to my sister friend Carol Richardson. I gotta tell you, JP. Yes.
They are very proud of it.
Yeah.
Yes, and the application is submitted to the custos of the parish. There's a committee that meets, they call them the advisory committee. They meet to vet the application forms and to ensure that, you know, everything meets the criteria. And then once the custos is satisfied, well, let me not say the custos, because it's really the advisory committee.
Yeah.
And the advisory committee consists of the custos as the chairperson, the senior parish court judge, and the senior police officer responsible for the parish. So these are the persons. There can be other persons that the custos can appoint as approved by the minister, like senior justice of the peace or so. So these are the persons who comprise the committee and vet the applications, and then they make a recommendation to the minister.
JPs play a very important role in the dissemination of justice in the society, as you know, people would imagine.
Yes.
I saw on social media clearly Gen Z person saying, like, in this modern society, why do we still need JPs? Like, why don't we just abolish JPs? As best as you can, why don't we just abolish JPs and just get rid of, like, why do we still need them?
And that's a good question. Why do we need them? We just alluded to something a while ago about signing the photograph. You know, for most of us, I don't know, many persons sitting around here listening to us would know that for some reason or other, at some point in your life, you're going to need the service of a justice of the peace, because there are very few things that you can do without somebody signing, and most times they need a JP, for example.
And I think, but that's the challenge, that some people would say, oh, in this, maybe before this digital age, you would have needed somebody to vouch for you. But why do you still need? I still think that in society, in a society of human beings, we're not yet a society of robots and computers and AI. We need other humans of good reputation to be able to speak for you.
But I think it's even more, JPs are more needed now.
Yes.
Because in the day of this day and age and dispensation of AI clones, who
And
do
misinformation.
I don't know you are who you say you are.
Yes.
I see you, am I really seeing you?
Yeah,
Is that really you?
yeah.
You know what I
This
mean?
picture that you produced.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know who you are.
Mr.
Yeah.
Come tell me, say yes, touch her, I know her, I have 5 years. I know her character.
Yeah, and that is why you have a process of producing people whose word you can trust.
Right.
And what I often say to people who ask the question is, well, let's look at more industrialized, modernized societies. Are they getting rid of notary publics? No. So why should Jamaica get rid of JPs? I think we need them, as Mrs. Wilkinson said, more than ever before.
And it also help with the court system in terms of backlog, because obviously judges can't do everything. Judges can't be everywhere. Lawyers can't do everything. Lawyers can't be everywhere. And there are certain matters that do not need to be adjudicated by a judge of a, you know what I mean?
Yes.
We can deal with this.
Yes.
It just need like a mediation.
Right.
We just need to talk it out and hash it out. And people who are so
you're in the bank for your partner, no need for
Go to the
go.
court.
We don't need to go to the Supreme Court and $1 million. 20 grand, hello? Because that's court documents, that is printing, that is time, electricity, and so JPs are very important.
And you know what else I love? I love the way that you and your team at the ministry are transforming what a JP looks like.
Exactly.
Growing up, my notion of a JP is old man. Old man. You know?
I see a lot of young people.
young, vibrant people serving, and I love that. I love
Yes,
to see
as I said, the ministry is now moving towards getting more young people. As I told you earlier, the age is 23.
Right.
Once upon a time.
I'm 23, so I cannot tell.
Oh, great. You're just the right age.
Now move.
Yes.
And you know, I really and I like too that a lot of women, I'm seeing a lot of young ladies
lot
as
of
well,
young ladies.
because customarily it was the older, more
person,
mature looking
retired
man.
persons, yeah.
You know, I'm like, I've never outside of my friend Carl, I don't really know any female JPs like that. I'm like, you know, you're a JP. Nice. Maybe we should do that. So, where is it, Dennis?
Look at I see it.
You can see it?
Yeah.
Yeah, JP Dennis?
Soon.
But no, you know, why?
Soon. I'm waiting on.
Dennis, your birthday and everything.
I'm waiting to be commissioned.
Commissioned. I love that. So Miss Phyllis said, for persons watching this morning who want to serve their country, who want to play a part and be a part of the solution and not the problem, and want to serve in the capacity as a justice of the peace, what do they need to do and what documents do they need to present?
So as I alluded to earlier, in terms of the application process, the recommendations, which goes back to a JP or a police or a minister of religion, the 2 passport-sized pictures, and most of the parishes I know now do like an interview. Probably you would have done one.
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
So some of, like Kingston and St. Andrew, do an interview for their applicants. I know that some parishes still allow the police to do like background checks.
Definitely.
Because they want to ensure that these persons are reputable persons.
Absolutely.
So they still do that. That process can take a little longer.
How long does the process normally take, Ms. Phyllis?
Wow, well, that's a good question, but there's really not a timeline.
Because of
right.
yeah, but it can take a while to go through the process from parish to Ministry of Justice to GG back to parish.
You know the process, man. You could have interviewed him, man.
Him teach a disciple them.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta tell you. But then again, Dennis, I like that it also takes a process or a time, because for such an awesome responsibility, you want to ensure that you are giving it to reputable people, people who deserve it, and people who are in it for the right reason. So if you can't wait, this is not for you. Go home. Yeah, go home. Go and lie down. Yeah, sleep up some cobweb or something. Yeah. But Ms. Phyllis, thank you so very much.
Thank you so much.
To you
Thank
and
you
your
so
team
much.
and to all justices of the peace.
Yes.
A resplendent morning to all of you. Thank you for service. Thank you for all you do. We appreciate you, and we appreciate your voluntary, service and giving back to Jamaica land we love. Yes. Thank you.
All right, our guest has been Phyllis Buchanan, acting manager of JP and Notary Public Services in the Ministry of Justice. There's more Sunrise after the break.
Is committed to providing all citizens with effective access to justice through the delivery of quality services. As we continue to enhance service delivery, we have implemented a chatbot to provide you with convenient, reliable, and efficient service. Get instant live support and 24/7 accessibility with the Ministry of Justice's chatbot. Enjoy real-time support for faster responses, reduced wait times, and user-friendly interaction